So for the next workout, we are going to do a booty band workout. These are the bands that I use. I just grabbed 3 of them. When you order them, you can order them online. This is the brand that I like. It's the Perform Better brand. But basically, these are really great to add additional resistance to any workout, which adds more constant tension to the muscle, and that's really what you want to have in order to build muscle. You can also use these just alone. And so I'm going to show you today a booty workout you can do anywhere. You can do this at the gym, you can do this at home, you can do this in your hotel room, that you can do to get those buns a-burnin'. So the exercises that we're going to do is we're going to do a banded lateral walk, a banded squat, a banded monster walk, a quadrupled hip extension with a band, a seated hip abduction, and a band glute bridge, and then band kickbacks. So for this workout, it's really, really challenging. So I'm gonna ask you to do each exercise for 1 minute. Unless there's something like the first exercise where it's a lateral walk, so you'll walk to the right for 30 seconds, and then you'll walk to the left for 30 seconds. You'll do the same thing on the quadrupled hip extension and the kickbacks. You'll do each side just for 30 seconds. But other than that, you'll be doing the exercises for a minute. If you find that a minute is too challenging, you can go ahead and move back the time. Just set your goal at the beginning of the workout and work towards that goal. So let's go ahead and get started. So what you want to do is you want to put the bands on and go ahead and put them right above your knees for most of these exercises. I'll tell you if you're gonna move it at all. If it becomes too challenging, you can move them up more towards your hips. That makes it a little bit easier. So the first exercise, again, you'll do all of these for a minute continuously with as little rest as possible. So the first exercise is a squat stance lateral walk. And so what that looks like is you just get into a slight squat stance like this. You want to make sure that your hips are pushed forward, and so you can really engage your glutes. So you don't want it to look like this with your back, you want it to look like this. And then what you'll do for 30 seconds is you'll go to this side, and you notice that my feet are not coming all the way together like this. You don't want to do that because it takes tension off. You always want to keep some space. Chest up, again, hips forward so you can really feel it in the glutes. And then if the 30 seconds is not up yet, all you'll do is flip around and keep going until the 30 seconds is up, and then you'll start on the other side. So I can already feel this burning in my glutes. So that's the first exercise. The second exercise is the band squat. And so we'll go ahead and do this from the side. Take a wide stance, toes pointed out slightly. And again, strong through your core and chest up. And you'll put your hips back and down and up and squeeze. So the band is, again, just adding extra tension. So that's the band squat. Do that for a minute. The monster walk is going to be walking forward and walking back with your legs really wide. So wide stance like this, and you're squatted down again slightly. Then you're walking forward. And however long your space is, then you'll just walk back. Same alignment as when we did the lateral walking. So you'll do this for a minute as well. My glutes are already burning, so you're really gonna love this. Now on the quadrupled hip extension, go ahead and turn sideways here. What you wanna do is put the band over your knees. So you wanna move that down. You're gonna get on all fours. You'll put your knees almost at like hip distance, your hands directly under your shoulders. Try to keep your neck and your spine in alignment. And then for 30 seconds, you'll do one leg, and you'll push as hard as you can and as high as you can. Right now I'm contracting really hard through my glute here. Woo! And then once you do that for 30 seconds, Then you'll move on to the other leg for 30 seconds. Again, if this is really challenging for you, you can change the resistance of the band. Once you purchase them, again, there's usually 4 different resistance levels, and you can change the time a little bit too if you need to. But set that goal at the beginning. Don't do it mid-workout. So for the next exercise, we are going to do a seated hip abduction. So you'll need a chair for this or a bench. You want to follow me? So what I will use is this box, which is just slightly a little too high. So let's turn it. And the reason why I say it was too high is because my hips were up here and my knees were down here. So for this exercise, what I want you to do is go really wide. Again, you're straight and you're tight in your core here. Go ahead and hang on here, and you're just gonna go ahead and roll your feet out and in. And now I'm squeezing here. You can really feel this in your upper glutes. Like if you touch your glutes, you can feel where it's working. So you wanna go ahead and do this for a minute as well. Sometimes I try to do some fun things. Brett Contreras showed me that you can lean back and say like do 10, straight up and do 10, forward and do 10. So you're really gonna love that one too. Let me see what's next, can't remember. Okay, banded glute bridge. So what this is, you'll go ahead and lay on your back. I like to get my shoulder blades under me a little bit and put my elbows down into the ground for a really strong supportive base. You notice my feet are wide. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push through my heels and lift my hips up, and I'm dragging my knees out the whole time. Right now I'm pushing my knees out and there's tension on my glutes. So I'm pushing up. And you notice at the top I'm flat and my ribs are down and down, up and down. And you also notice that I am not going all the way down and stopping. A continuous motion. Okay, so if your glutes are not on fire yet, they're gonna be on this next one. I like to move the band down a little bit lower to about mid-calf for this. So you'll stand up, just find something that you can support yourself with, like the wall. And what you're gonna do is do 30-second kickbacks on one side, 30-second kickbacks on the other side. Now what I want you to notice is where you can feel this in your glute. And so your foot position matters here. So you can do straight back, you can kind of turn it, do where you can feel the most. And hey, it's okay to like touch your butt. It's like that feels pretty good to me. You'll do 30 seconds on that side and 30 seconds on this side. That should be a pretty killer workout. Be careful getting out of these. My friend always calls it the wet swimsuit. Anyways, these bands are amazing. That should be a killer glute workout for you. So let me know what you think.